This past year, I've spent a great deal of time and energy on my mat. My mat has become the place that I let my stress strip out of me in the form of sweat, where my aches disappear as I push my body to its limits, and where I have learned the importance of keeping my body and mind healthy and happy. Yoga is defined as an ancient discipline designed to bring balance and health to the physical, mental, and emotional dimensions of an individual. Practicing yoga has the ability to decrease your stress levels and can reverse the damage done to your immune system as a result of stress. A daily practice can also decrease your chances of developing cardiovascular disease. Yoga can also improve your flexibility and decrease the aches and pains that are a result of our daily lives. Most importantly, yoga makes you happy. Yoga can benefit our lives in so many diverse ways. I know we have all struggled with stress in our lives, and if you haven't, it is likely you someday will. I am a stress ball of a person. Sometimes I even stress about stress. Stress has a very negative effect on our bodies. When our bodies sense an external stimulus as a threat to our emotional or physical well-being, our sympathetic nervous system goes into fight or flight mode. In this mode, our heart rate increases, our blood becomes oxygenated, our liver releases more energy in the form of glucose, and our digestive system comes to a halt. The adrenal cortex releases cortisol, which allows all of these things to take place. Continuous exposure to cortisol decreases our immune response, which causes incredibly negative effects on our body, including obesity, diabetes, depression, autoimmune disorders, and cardiovascular disease. Numerous studies have shown that practicing yoga decreases levels of the chemical cortisol found in our salivary glands as a result of continuous exposure to the fight or flight response. It reduces our blood glucose levels that skyrocket when our liver releases glucose during our stress response and significantly decreases our heart rate and blood pressure levels. Yoga can also reverse the negative effects of stress on the immune system by increasing natural killer cells and decreasing inflammation levels, all resulting in a healthier you. Child's pose is a common pose used throughout our practice that can help quiet the mind and ease stress and anxiety. It is used to calm and restore the body during times of physical and emotional stress. Ashtanga, a vigorous yoga flow, and pranayama, a yoga practice that places emphasis on breathing, have both been used to prevent cardiovascular disease and treat patients that suffer the effects of cardiovascular disease. Yoga practice lowers your resting heart rate, increases endurance, and improves your intake of oxygen during exercise. All things that improve the health of your heart through aerobic conditioning. Individuals that suffer from cardiovascular disease have shown more improvements through use of some components of cardiac care in combination with yoga practice than cardiac care exclusively. Yoga is adaptable for individuals of all levels, making it a great exercise option for those that suffer cardiovascular disease as well as obesity. There is a common misconception that in order to do yoga, you need to be flexible. That is definitely not the case. When I started yoga, I could barely touch my toes when standing up, and I still struggle touching my toes while sitting down. Every yoga pose has modifications to make it accessible to the beginner and more challenging for the expert. The most important thing to remember is to accept the limitations of your body. With the practice, you will notice a gradual loosening of your muscles, and certain poses will become more available to your body. It's a process. As your muscles become more fluid, you will notice that your aches and pains will begin to disappear. Tightness in our hamstrings and hips can cause strain in our legs, which can cause back pain. As we loosen our muscles and connective tissues, our pain will lessen and our posture will improve. As you allow yoga to transform your body and your mind, you will benefit from the serotonin levels that increase with your practice and the decrease in the cortisol that occurs as a result. Yoga makes you happy because it allows some time out of your busy day for you and you only. When I step onto my mat each day, I leave behind my stresses and my to-do lists. I allow myself to be fully immersed in the movements of my practice, and I can literally feel the stress melt away from me. It is so important to give your body time to rejuvenate each day. I encourage each of you to set aside some time in your life to do something good for your body. Yoga can improve your life through reducing your stress and your likelihood of developing cardiovascular disease. It can help you loosen your muscles and joints, leading to a reduction of the pain that you carry around with you every day. Yoga has been such an enormous blessing in my life. It has allowed me to make physical, emotional, and mental connections with myself, and I'm so happy because of